It has been a while since we have seen a pink phone. So for the iPhone 17e, they have added this new light pink color. Let me show you. It is very soft and subtle, not too flashy, but at the same time, you feel like it has a little bit of personality when you hold it. Before, the E-series only came in black and white. So what do you think of this new color? Well, let us get to the main question. Is the iPhone 17e, the cheapest iPhone, actually worth buying? So the main change this time around is the addition of MagSafe right here. For example, let us say we have a card holder here. We just place it on the back, and there, it snaps right on. And it will also trigger a little animation on the screen. And with MagSafe now on board, the wireless charging speed gets a boost from 7.5 watts to 15 watts, making it much more convenient to charge. Now, this was a feature that other iPhones have had for a while, and this time, they have finally brought it to this model as well. And now for the camera. So the camera setup on this phone is pretty straightforward. It is just a single 48 megapixel lens that supports 2x zoom. It also supports the next generation portrait mode. This means that after you have taken a photo, you can actually go back and change the focus point in post-editing. And this phone is incredibly light, weighing in at just 170 grams. The core selling point of the iPhone 17e, or really the E-series in general, has always been that you are basically buying the chip and getting the phone for free. It is running on the same chip as the iPhone 17 series, but with one less GPU core. So what is the difference? Well, when you are scrolling through videos, chatting, navigating, taking photos, or playing some mainstream, less demanding games, you will feel almost no difference at all. So for around 4,000 RMB, getting a chip with this level of performance and one that will still support Apple Intelligence down the line is a pretty sweet deal. That is pretty impressive for an iPhone, but if you are a heavy gamer who cares about frame rates and graphics quality, then this chip is actually quite capable. But it is stuck with a 60Hz screen, which honestly is not that great for gaming for a phone coming out in 2026. That feels like a pretty deliberate downgrade. And when you see the front, you might be a little surprised, right? It is still rocking that same old notch design. And the front-facing camera is also 12 megapixels. No change there. The bezels are a bit on the thick side too. The battery life is actually a bit worse than the standard iPhone 17. If I remember correctly, its playback time is supposed to be 26 hours. However, this generation does get an upgrade to Ceramic Shield 2 on the front. So if you toss it in your bag with, say, your keys, it will be much more scratch resistant and durable. So this phone's pros and cons are really clear-cut. It is basically selling you the chip and the iOS experience. So its main selling point is really just getting you into an iPhone at a reasonable price, and it is a phone that is built to last for a very long time. So for example, if you are looking to get one for your parents or you need a backup phone for work, this is definitely worth considering. And this time it starts at 256 gigs of storage, up from 128 before. The price has not gone up, so you are basically getting more for your money. Also, the phone supports a single physical SIM plus an eSIM. So if you are interested, I would suggest holding off for a bit. It is much smarter to wait for government subsidies or big sales events before you buy. We will also be testing it out in our hands-on review to see what the actual user experience is really like. We will also do another comparison to see which iPhone at this price point is the best buy, and we will share our findings with you then.